morning, good morning, good morning. How the devil are you? I hope that you are well. Let me just get Gemma back on the phone. I hope you can hear us. I'm going to be honest. We've got a storm raging outside. Raging it is. So hopefully you'll have us this morning. Corduroy. And we're going to make this bag. Now I said... Oh. Are you there? Are you back? Good morning. Gemma's here. She's just joining us on the phone. This is our new bag today. And look, it's got a big pocket. We love a big pocket. Now. It's roomy. It's soft. When I said I was working with corduroy today, there was... Kirsty, she said, I had horrendous, itchy, horrible corduroy when I was a child and no one will tell me otherwise. This feels like bunny ears. It's so soft. It is so soft. And it's really very beautiful. So this is the corduroy bag that we've got for you today. I've done it in 2 tones, as you can see, and I've waxed a waxy bottom on the base. Waxy bottom on the bottom, there we go. You've got a sizable pocket. Now, if you want to sew on a magnetic clasp at any point on this pocket, I've got a handful. And we've never stocked these before. Gemma's just loading them because I just found them and went, oh, I forgot I'd got these for this bag.
That's right.
Yeah, just to be really helpful. Really helpful. There we go.
Tasha, just need to give you a little sort of notice because other people have spotted. But when we first went live, our connection did drop for a moment. So
right.
We seem to have a stable stream now. But I'm just putting the little heads up there.
Yeah, like I say,
a blippage.
There is not a lot that I can do. Oh, actually, do you know what I could do? And that is I could record it this end. I don't know if that would make a difference. And then if it all goes horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, then we can always pop it out again later. I don't know if I can do it, but we'll give it a go, shall we?
Might be worth a go, eh? Might be worth a go.
No, it doesn't want me to do it.
No. Well, you know, every day's a school day, isn't it?
Was worth a try.
Yes.
Was worth a try. Soz everybody. We've just got to hope and pray that it's all good. And we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. This is the joys, as Josh said to me, he said, we do live at the very end of the connection. He said, as fast as they say it is, we do live at the very end of the connection. So, anyway, we're here right now.
Rainbow, isn't it?
We are here right now, aren't we? We're here now? Yeah. Well, shall we crack on then? Before we're not here.
Well, it doesn't sound like a bad plan, does
it?
So
I have
lovely people with us, Tash. We'll just very quickly say hello to you. So we've got Auntie Lizzie and Julia and Jimmy's with us as well.
Oh, hi, Jimmy. How are you?
And Jan and Gabriel and Anne's with us as well. Lots and lots of lovely people. And Rebecca saying good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Yes.
Okay, I've got the fear now. I've got the fear because I'm looking at the weather. So, good morning, everybody. Let's crack on before we lose the weather. Before we just lose signal. So, this is the bag that we're making today. I have put bundles together for you. Always. And the bundles mean that you can make 2 of these. And you can change around the contrast. So you get a 1/2 metre of the cream, a 1/2 metre of the camel and a 1/2 metre of the olive that I've got under here, which I will use in this one so that you can see how that sits amidst the colour tones. I've gone for really earthy neutrals. I think that they are perfect for today's weather, actually. Perfect for that. So... without further ado, you get a 1/2 metre of each of those. You also get a 1/2 metre of the wax for the bottom, and you get a metre of lining, which is our natural seeded cotton. So the natural seeded cotton's gone in there to keep with the tones and the colours and everything else, and you get a metre of that. So this kit will make you 2, and then you might want to pop your own handles on top. You might want to use webbing, you might want to use faux leather. It's entirely up to you. Do you? If I put that on top there, can you see it or not? I wonder if I've got onto the cushion. I need somewhere to like hang it from here. If I do that, am I going to bring the whole thing down? Don't know. We're making this today. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pull the whole beam off. Maybe let's not put that there because Josh isn't here. He's not here if I get it horribly wrong. There we go. Right. So, I am going to interface with H640. You can interface with whatever you want. I ummed and ahed about using Starville Fix. I think that's too much. Myself. I think that's too much. But you might choose to, and that is entirely
And Natasha, if someone is wanting to interface with H640 or whatever, how much do they need? How much do they need for a bag?
For that 1/2 metre.
Lovely.
Just 1/2 metre. In fact, you won't even use 1/2 metre would do you the 2 bags.
So we sell it by the metre. If they're buying the metre, then they're going to
They'll
have
get 2 bags.
2 bags.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And a skiddly bit left over.
Lovely.
Yes. So that all works rather nicely too. Right. So. What we need to do is this. I have, instead of interfacing the wax, I'm just going to use 2 layers of it. Now, if that means that you fold it that away or you fold it that away, it's entirely up to you. From my 1/2 metre of wax, I'm about to get my second kit. So I am going to fold it at the end, but it's entirely up to you which way you fold it. And I'm just going to cut that width that I need. And again, this is a 6 ounce wax, so it is super simple to sew through. It's not too heavy. I really like it. You know I really like it, which is why we're using it. Hurrah. And also, this particular wax is one where it looks really battered and weathered, and it just looks really lovely. So we'll go with that because it's nice and because we can. So let's, if you are doing it lengthways with this particular wax, you will just have to snip off the very, very end of the selvage, and the rest of it will sit within the seam allowance. So don't worry about that. Don't get het up on that. So you will have a long double length piece. There it is, folded in half. That is the base of your bag. And then this is then the base. So we'll pop those to one side for now. This is a proper from the very beginning bag today because I haven't pre-cut anything. I don't think I've even pre-cut the handles. So, right, shall we do it in this beautiful, beautiful green? So this is an olive browny greeny colour. It's rather lush. I rather like it. And I'm just going to trim off that selvage edge there. And the nice thing about this is because you've got the straight edges to go by, which is really rather nice. Gemma, have you worked much in corduroy?
Not a lot. I do have some corduroy here, and I made a really sort of robust, because I French seamed it, tote bag for one of Meg's friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's the really good thing about corduroys. It's just like they're very quite relaxed look, these kids, and they really like things to look vintage and a bit aged.
Yeah.
And the wax is brilliant.
Oh, that could be me. Am I suddenly in fashion?
Well,
Tell me
you
I'm in
know,
fashion.
the wax fabric they love. I've made wax bags for these kids. I say kids, they're like 2021. But yeah, I mean, corduroy has that same look, doesn't it? Quite weathered, quite vintage, and they love it. They absolutely love it.
I think it is one of those ones that I think it's a bit like velvet. You either love it or you hate it. We've had this in now. It came in about a week ago. Because I knew I wanted to do this bag. And then when our printer said that she was going on holiday, I was like, do you know what? We will just shift this make up a little bit. Which is what we've done. And that's fine. So it's just got a really, really soft handle. So forget how you used to feel about corduroy. It's lovely. And you get that much left over of your outer. And let's trim this up and make this the height it needs to be. Now the thing to know about this bag is that it's only got one side seam. Oh, why? It's only got one side seam so that the bit inside the pocket is continuous. It's because of the pocket. So again, this is another one. Gemma sent me a bag. Oh, it was much bigger and made of suede. But it was in these kind of colours. Gemma does this. Yeah, you send me these things in completely different fabrics and go, make this, please. Well, this bag was retailing at nearly £200. Yeah. And I was like, with the best will in the world, thanks, but that's not really going to be a thing. But it was retailing, like I say, it was really expensive retailing. But I looked at the colours and I loved the style. Theirs was like a really super, super big one that you could probably have lived in, Gemma, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And I just thought, do we need it to be that big? Probably not. No. Let's speak to the audience, shall we? So
we're grabbing inspo from everywhere, don't we, Tash?
We do grab inspo from everywhere.
See something we like and think, well, I want the same but different. That's generally my request.
And I'm very happy with that. Are we going to go for the camel pocket? Does that sound okay? The camel coloured pocket, or are we going to go cream?
It's a tricky one. Well, I think you should do it different to what you did your sample in. So camel. You did cream on your sample, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I did. I absolutely did.
Let's go different.
Yeah, we'll go different. We'll go different.
Tash, we have got a few messages. I'm going to quickly throw them in your direction.
Go on.
Anne says, this proves that cords have moved on since my childhood. My cord trousers could stand up unaided.
No, but you can see how soft it is. And that was Kirsty's first response. She's like, I'm sure it's lovely. However, I'm out.
It's making me think of the pair of corduroy trousers in Bedknobs and Broomsticks when they'd magicked all the things and there's a pair of corduroy trousers running around. Have you seen that? Oh, it's an adorable film. It's lovely. Maybe say a cheery hello to Ginny M, says Elizabeth Crangle.
Hello.
Yeah, Ginny Mackey's staying in a local village hospital for respite for a couple of days. So just in case she manages to do some catch-up viewing, we'll say hello and lots of love to you, Ginny.
Hello. Big love to you.
Jimmy's with us, says we have 90 degrees Fahrenheit here today.
All right.
Oh, it's very different, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody likes to show off. I was woken up by the wind this morning. I'm only joking, Jimmy, you know we love you. I was woken up by the wind this morning. And and it, Josh is away. So it was proper outdoor wind. And it was quite windy out there. And of course, my first thought is these poor horses.
Oh, of course, bless them.
I don't like weather.
Weather's not kind on your animals, is it?
It's really not. No.
Mind you, as long as the outdoors weather stays outdoors, we're all happy. And unfortunately for Megan, it's not. She says, wet and windy here. Listening to drips from the chimney and 2 doors are leaking. Lots of buckets in place. Love living in an old house. Bless you, Megan.
Yeah, I'm going to say my windows are not entirely waterproof. But there we go. Right, this is the pocket. No. It doesn't look like the pocket yet, but it will be the pocket.
It will.
So what we're going to do is fold this in half in the direction of the stripy bits. Is that your husband in the background we can hear?
It is. Sorry, I shall mute.
It's all right. No, you're all right. He's
He doesn't seem to have an indoor voice today. What's
he doesn't
going
have
on?
an indoor voice, does he? So we're going to stitch down, fold it in half, right sides together, and we'll stitch down both. So I can't hear what he's saying. I can just hear noise. General husband noises. Noises. So stitching down. I quite like this camera angle because you can see.
I've connected you to my headset now. That should block out all the background noises.
Oh, bless you. Is he working from home today then?
He is, and we do a lot of not making noise. Jan's husband's being very helpful. She says he's out digging out channels and drains up the road to prevent them from becoming Noah's Ark.
Oh, well, I'm just going to snip away these corners, any excess from the corners, and then turn it through and top stitch. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, the guy that's meant to be doing our drive, our very long, very potholed, very dangerous drive, messaged me this morning and just went, bleeping weather!
Yes.
I was like, yeah, that'd be the one then.
It's very floody down in Devon, you see, so we've just got to be glad we're not Devon at the moment, because they are very floody.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal. We have actually had a sewing-related question.
Oh, sewing?
Thanks, Jane.
Actual sewing?
Sensible. Well done, Jane.
Railing us back in.
She's not used wax before. She says, would she need to use a leather needle?
No, absolutely not. No, it's just so normally. I have not changed my needle for this. I've put a walking foot on just because I'm going to be sewing through quite a few layers in a minute. But I absolutely do. I never change it. I put a fresh needle on for the project, but only after my thread snapped twice, and that's always my first go-to. Thread snapping twice. We change the needle, and hey presto, no problem after that. I haven't changed my needle in any other way. I have, however, forgotten to cut my H640. Bear with everyone.
Oh, no. No, we don't want to do that. Oh, well, I shall hand over some other messages. We've got another one in boiling hot Australia. Green weather.
Oh, come on. Everyone's lovely and what have you.
So true. Very varied. Jimmy says, I was doing sewing at high school 46 years ago and it showed I could sew. I made a pair of cord pants in 3 hours. I'm impressed.
Wow.
I can't make the most basic of things in 3 hours because at least 2 hours 45 minutes is spent thinking about everything and stuff there, Jimmy. Gerardine says, morning ladies, I still have a dress that I made of corduroy that I wore when I was 20. It doesn't fit now, but it's still as good as new. It never faded or went shabby.
Do you know what? I would like cord dungarees.
Yes. We know about you and dungarees. We've had this conversation before. Sally is our resident dungaree wearer, isn't she? She
is. I don't. Did we tell everybody how rude Josh was about my dungarees?
Yeah.
Did we?
Did, but not everyone was caught onto that particular term, and that's very funny.
So I bought, and to be fair, like I've got linen dungarees for summer, and they're lovely, and I hide in them, and they're perfect. And then I thought I'm going to get like a jazzy pair. So I got a pair of denim dungarees, but it had like a couple of embroidered sunflowers on because I thought that would be cheery, right? Really cheery. Love a bit of cheer. And he just looked at me, and he went, look like a TV presenter for kids. And I was like, oh, thanks. He said, either that or like you need a wife. And I was like, how very rude. How very, very rude. And he wandered off chuckling to himself, thinking that he was hilarious.
You'd fit right in though. You'd have fit right in on Rainbow in those.
I would do,
but
right?
Then that would have made me zippy, which I'm not too sure about.
Yeah, but he would have been bungle, so...
No, that's so true. Oh, does this make SJ George? I'm loving this.
I don't. Who would we be? Debbie Shaw, of course, would just be Debbie Shaw because Debbie Shaw was she was Zippy's love interest, wasn't she?
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, and we will never let her forget that. I love Debbie Shaw. I adore her, absolutely adore her. But I will never let Debbie Shaw forget her beautiful beautiful roots in children's TV as the love interest of Zippy. In fact, there was an entire song for her.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. She doesn't mind when I bring it up on the regular. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was his take on my dungarees.
Jimmy's asking about today's pattern. There will be a digital version. They always just take us a little bit longer to do.
They do. Bear with us. I'm slightly behind on that. All the photographs are written. The steps will take me just the rest of the day to write, and then it goes across to Gemma, and then Gemma has to twiddle and diddle with it, and then we have to transfer it into digital format, triply check it and whatnot, and make sure, and then we have to do all the checks that it downloads properly, like boring stuff that you don't really need to know about.
Techie stuff.
Techie boring stuff I don't really know. I just hand it over to somebody else to do, because I can't do everything, which surprises me even to this day. However, I can't. Even the kids now look at me and they go, that's not a you job, is it? That's a Josh job. And I'm like, that is correct. When they start along the lines of, Mummy, there's a problem with, I'm just going to stop you there. Who exactly do you need to aim the rest of this conversation at?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anne's asking another fabricy sewing-y related
Oh,
question.
look at you all about the fabric today. Go for it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done for keeping us into actually being a sewing show. Anne says, are you actually ironing the cord, or are you wafting the iron above it? Presumably so you don't flatten the wale, the pattern.
Do you know what? I am touching it, but only lightly. I'm not sort of getting on there and getting all heavy with the pressing. I'm just very gently. It is touching it, but not flattening it. And I'm done. But do you know what? It does interface really nicely. So there you go, and you get that little bit left at the end, and then you can turn your iron off because you don't need it again. That was it. That was the extent of your ironing.
We've got a lot of people here who have sewn with cord. You know, Auntie Lizzie's saying she made cord jeans, she wore the knees down, and then inevitably we have Geraldine asking impertinent questions about how the knees got worn down, but we'll say that.
Geraldine! Ah, this is why you are our tribe. We think it, you say it. Gardening. Auntie Lizzie was an avid gardener. Hi, Auntie Lizzie.
There it is.
There we go. Right, what I'm going to do now, I don't know. I'm just making it up. No, she did have a lovely garden. Right. We're going to fold this in half. And we're going to find that middle point. Just check, by the way, which way you want the nap to go. I'd like the nap to go down. So on the base of your nap, just make a little notch. And then get your pocket. Fold your pocket in half. And a little notch. Oh, I feel like we're dressmaking. We've got notches everywhere. And then you're going to match up your notches like so. You know, there's me saying we're not going to use our iron at all, but actually. And again, just be aware of which way your nap is going. Because you did this in half, you folded this in half, you'll have a nap that will match and a nap that will go against. So just match your nap. How many times can I say nap? You can clip this, pin this, do whatever. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? Just to base the sides in place. Soz everyone. Leopard never changes its spots. Have quilters wash away tape. Well, and I will clip along the bottom, don't get me wrong. I will, but it's just then I know that my sides are in place.
And the irony of this being we've never used quilters wash away tape for anything quilty at all. It really should be Natasha's wash away tape, not quilters wash away tape.
Do you know what? Yeah, and sometimes I think, what would you use it for if you were quilting? And I think possibly the binding. Maybe to help you get the binding in place.
Yeah.
I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Have you ever used it actually for quilting? And we're just going to stitch down those sides. You can clip it, you can do whatever you want, but I am just going to stitch down those sides. And if I do it from here, look, you can just see. Ha-ha. Whoop. And there we go. La, 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 la. Well, I've got my bigger mat out for cutting this, and it just...
It really is biblical sort of weather elsewhere, you know.
It's
today.
horrible, really horrible.
No, Anne says, oh dear, there goes the first full food bin down the street for its solo adventure. It's
Oh
food
no.
bin day today, you think, I know. I keep thinking I need like a big house brick or something to chuck on the top of ours just in case, because, oh, it's awful, isn't it? Don't want that flying everywhere.
No. Right, get your bases out. It's all about the base.
It is.
And you're just going to pop that in line there. And I would sew it probably from this side so that you can see everything that's going on. Now you can see here my pocket's gone a little bit over the edge. And if you want to, hang on, get myself all knotted. If you want to just trim that back, if yours has done the same at all, then you can just trim it back so you've got a nice straight edge and you are good to go. Right, so as we were, let's fold this back in half.
You know, one minute we've got Jimmy telling us about a heat wave, and the next Cynthia telling us that, greetings, we had a big winter storm come through this weekend and dumped 8 inches of snow.
Oh, Cynthia!
Crikey bobs.
Yeah, Ohio to you.
There's a lot about their snow going on in America. I know our Vicky was supposed to be on her, on her way back from New Orleans, but the flights have all had to change. Not fun.
Really?
Indeed. Cynthia also says she recently used corduroy upholstered a chair cushion for her.
Oh, nice. Nice. Do you know what else it'd be nice with? And that's the panels. As the other outer for the panels.
Nice.
Wouldn't it? Really nice.
Really lovely.
Okay, so we're now going to sew across there, and then we've nearly done our base. Would you believe? This is This isn't a tricky one today.
We do have actual users of quilters tape for things that are sort of borderline quilty.
Do you want to
Megan, she says, we've got people who have used quilters tape for things that are a little bit quilty.
Oh, okay.
Megan says, never, and I'm a quilter. But Sue says, I've used it to make frankenbatting. Yeah, frankenbatting, the wonderful art of putting batting together and bodging it so that you can make little pieces, make big pieces. Quite right, use all that batting up. Gabriel says, I've used it for binding and the opening before bagging out baby quilts.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that will then open like so. And I tend to just run a line of stitching on the wax, actually. You can do it either way, but just whichever way you push your seam down, just run a little top stitch along there. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, you can see that with the wax, there's no issue sewing it at all. However, I have got a little bit of movement, I think, where I put the interfacing on afterwards. I've just gotten slightly longer on my. I'll just take that off. Right, okie dokie. Now, this other base piece that I told you about, you are going to measure in from one end and place it 2 1/4 inches in from the end. Which when you look at it, you go, how is that going to be the base when you've put it all on skew-width? Bear with me, caller, it will make sense. Any moment now it will make sense. And believe you me, I do the head scratching so that you don't have to. Isn't that right, Gemma?
Absolutely right.
We don't want you needing to head scratch anything. No! Okay, so that is, it does look weird. It does look weird at this point, but it's fine. Fold it in half, stitch down the side. It'll start to make more sense. I promise. I promise. What do I do, Gemma? I promise. And if you can, just pop a clip in there to make sure that you stay nice and together there. Then you're good. And I have lengthened my stitch length a little bit to take into account for layers of corduroy and H640. Because what you've got to remember is that your stitch length is always going to be the same. So if you take up the length of the stitch by having a greater depth, then that will shorten the amount that it can go across. Back at the base, back at base camp over here, if we open that, what you'll find is, ta-da, that this starts to be a thing. And you can just now match that, and again you can measure in from that end if you want, but I'm just going to eyeball it and sew down the other side of your base. And all of a sudden, your base is nearly done. How clever is this, right? So all you then have to do is fold that out, like boxing a bottom. Only it's all in wax. And the wax I've chosen for the base is really malleable. And by the way, you can, there's a big chunky discount on the kits that we've put together, but if you want to just get the corduroy by the meterage, then you absolutely can. You don't have to buy the kit. That's where the discount is. But if you want to buy, there is a slight introductory discount on the corduroy today. But if you've got lots of your own wax, you don't want to buy the wax, that's fine. You can just buy the corduroy. And so that is your bag outer done. Pretty much. Let's turn it through.
That came together quickly, didn't it?
Didn't it? Did you think it was going to be more complicated than that?
Well, came together quicker than I thought. Helen says she could see using calico for the lining for a rustic effect as an alternative.
Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Can we just have a moment just to enjoy the space? Look at that. So if you wanted to put any feet, bag feet or anything on the base there, whoop, then you can. But that's a smart base, right? And it's wax, so it's going to be water repellent. And
Fabulous.
This wax is going to be one that the more you batter it, the better it's going to be. Now, handles. I'm using leather. You can use if I come really close to that camera today, look. It's all my measurements
we love
on.
a good optical illusion. Anne says, wow, that base piece looked far too small to be the base. It's grown.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? It's really crazy. And yet, yeah.
Oh, and Megan says, that's the result. Great method.
I am always slightly constantly surprised. But I honestly, Megan, I did exactly the same as you. I looked at that bag and I went back and I looked back at my scribblings and my maths and I re-looked at them and went, have I got this right? Because, you know, you're kind of committed, aren't you, by the time you get to that stage. And, yeah, it's all there on the back of a invoice. Excellent. Well done me. My filing is coming along a treat. Do you know what? I've just noticed that is slightly skew-iff, so I'm just going to trim that back. If you ever need to, just like trim a little bit off here and there. Don't be afraid to. It's all right. It's just going to make putting my lining in more easy. More easy? Easier. Right. How do we feel about this colourway?
Looks fabulous.
It's all right, isn't it?
Mm.
So, handles, I'm going to place them 3 inches in. Now, again, you could put rivet handles in afterwards. You could use your nice natural webbings that we've had. It's entirely up to you. But I am going to baste these in place. And if you want to, by the way, you know, if you want to, when you sew around, if you want to just have it hanging off ever so slightly, then do, because then that'll get caught into your stitching all the more. Just make sure that if you do hang it off, that you hang it all off the same amount, so that your handles are still the same length. What does she mean? What does she mean? I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Whee! Handles are a go-go. Flip. Good. So. So yeah, if you have just pushed them off the end, just make sure that they are the same. We've got these sort of style of handles. You might have had this from us in the past. There are certain things that we don't always put in the kits. Like if you wanted, you don't have to use H640. You could, if you don't want such a plush finish, you could use H630, or you could just use a medium weight or a heavyweight interfacing. If you want it really, really, really rigid, then of course you can use Styleville Fix. I did consider it and then go, no. Personally, I don't think it needs it, but, you know, horses for courses and all that.
Personal preference, isn't it?
It is, you know, so... Or you might just want to interface it with wadding and spray baste it if you've got bits left. If you are a quilter, you know, you can always do that. Those offcuts that you have, get a spray basting glue and just use that instead of H640. Bosh, you're done. Have I just put that? I have, haven't I? I've just twisted that. Went to all the effort to not twist it and promptly twisted it. Well done me. But at least I've caught it early. There we go. Early on in the proceedings. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Would you like to be relatable?
I mean, I'm now checking this one. Have I done that? Oh yeah, that one's alright. Okay. Right, let's have a look then at our lining. So our lining is going to be one great long piece like this. And in the interests of getting it out of both pieces, out of my lining, piece, I've got a little bit of selvage along there, which is going to be the very bottom of my lining, but it means that I can use it as is. So I'm just going to sew all the way down the side. Whee! And along the base. I'm going to leave a turning through gap in the middle of the base. And you don't have to leave such a large turning through gap because you are not using Starville. Now, we're going to take 2 inches out of the corners, but we're going to do it from the seam line. So here it's a fold, so we can go 2 inches in from there, and then I'm going to go 2 inches in from that seam line, which then means that over here I've got a seam and a seam, so I take my 2 inches from the seam line. And it just means that it boxes more easily. Chop those off. Kaplink, kaplink. Box the bottom, and we're good to go. So pull that apart. Make sure that your side seam and your bottom seam, or your side fold and your bottom seam, marry up. And sew across. Don't get your foot stuck under your desk. So here we're going to marry it up with the fold line, that centre seam, centre fold. And then we are going to go right sides together. So you can either turn this through and turn this through, or you can just fold the bag and stuff it in there. Guess which one I'm going to do. Bosh, boshty bosh. And then get your handles in the right place. What you can do is do it so that your seams match. If you want to have one side that has all the seams, then you can do that. It's not essential, but it just gives you a starting point. It gives you something to line up. So I matched up those side seams like that, and then just sewed all the way around. As simply as that. And if you want to use your seam gauge or anything like that to make sure that your seam is the same all the way around, then do. But you'll see I just arrange, make sure it's straight, and sew. And I'm not pulling and tugging. I'm not gonna, if you do that, you'll pull your needle out of alignment or bend your needle. Just give yourself, because essentially it is a circle that you're sewing around the top of the bag, but it's just a series of straight lines as we make our way around. And just keeping the other side out the way as you do so. And then we're just going to turn it through the right way. I use this as a great excuse to scrunch up that wax again so that you start to get that weathered look. And again, feel free to add pockets or anything else to your lining. We've got instructions to show you how to put in a post box pocket on your lining, on the outside of your bag, if you want to add in any of those. We can't always do, we did a show that was dedicated just to adding in one of those, but we can't, I don't have time to be adding those in on every show, and it just adds too many steps to each of the instructions, and I couldn't put the instructions out at the price we do. So what we do instead is there is an entirely different set of instructions so that you can put a post box pocket in any bag. Right, pop your lining in there. So we've sewn up our lining. Pop that in there. And then just fold your lining over the top and top stitch around, and it's done. How's that for a quick one then? Don't know what time we're on. We lost Gemma. Is she gone? When did we lose her?
Hello, lovely.
Oh,
I
look
am
there.
here.
Oh, hi.
I am here.
Hi. And there we go. So yeah, just top stitching around and we're done. There we are. That did not take too long, did it?
That was amazingly quick. We're literally, less than 50 minutes into a show.
Less than how long,
And look where
sorry?
you're at. Less than 50 minutes with 10:48.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Wow. So you can get this
And you
bag
hadn't done any
made.
pre-cutting or anything?
You what, sorry?
You hadn't done your pre-cutting or anything?
Only the lining. And that was
Yeah,
just because
exactly.
I cut 2 in 1. Because I can make 2 bags out of this one kit.
Fabulous. You've got great value as well.
Well, yeah, so how much are the kits coming in at?
We have put a cracking deal on this kit, so we are looking at $29.99, and that will make you 2 bags.
So
With the
£15
addition of your-
£15 a bag, and then whatever you choose to add in for your handles and your
and
interfacing.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
not bad, is it? That's really not bad.
Absolutely. Lots of people loving this mate today, saying that they're really loving the method. Yep. A lot of people saying it's all about the base.
It's all about the base.
It's going to be earworming us for the day.
Thank you very much. No trouble.
Geraldine loves this colourway.
Oh, well, yes.
Really, really love it.
Which colourway do we prefer?
Oh yeah, that's a difficult one, isn't it? But when you've got got all the cores, you've got a choice, haven't you? You can make a couple and decide when they're finished which one you want to keep and which one you want to gift or sell. Because let's not forget,
You can
these
sell.
would sell really well. Wax and cord,
Yes.
they go for good money.
They do go for good money. And that's it really. If you want to put a, one of the over the edge magnetic clasps, you can. If you want to pop in either side a little sew-in magnetic clasp, then you can, or a popper, or not.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you. But that
You've
is
got
it.
some great ideas in the comments as well. So Anne's saying, buying my cord, but think I might try a version with a different coloured wax on the outside. And just to be
nice.
controversial, I think I'm going for a fur animal print inner.
Ah, yes! Why not?
Tash is all about that.
Oh,
that is so
why not?
ticking all of Tash's boxes.
Yeah, for sure.
Alison says, Tash, your patterns are really great. So easy to follow.
Oh,
Great
thank
ideas
you.
for fabulous makes. I've loads of your patterns. Many thanks for all the hard work in the design and inspiration.
My absolute pleasure. They are your 2 different colourways. Made from the same kit. So,
Beautiful.
it's entirely up to you. It's entirely
Yep.
up to you how you want to do it. You might not want to put a pocket on it at all. And that's okay too. But you do
Claire
have...
Angelina likes the position of the pocket. Nice wraparound position for the pocket.
Yes,
Meg has appeared, incidentally. She loves the green one, obviously.
obviously. Is this your Meg?
She'll be my Meg. My Meg, who's 21 tomorrow. She loves the green one. She will be over to steal it at some point.
I'm pretty sure that will be the case. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anne says the green is her favourite as well. Gorgeous.
You see, I like this one. Probably because it goes with my scarf today. But, you know, that's it, isn't it? It's horses for courses, as they say. But yeah, that's today's make, and we'll make up as many kits as we can. I've only got a bolt of each of the corduroys.
That's right.
But yeah, have a go. And Gemma's been on at me for so long to do. Can you do corduroy? Can you do corduroy and wax? Yes, you can. And the more this ages, the better it's gonna be. Wow.
Well. And it's not just bags as well. Sue has said, of course, the corduroy is going to make my faux bomber jacket collars.
Oh, of course, yes.
She is making fabulous wax jackets. And, you know, that is a very classic look from that particular, very pricey but rather stylish brand. They do like to put corduroy with the wax.
They do.
They go together.
They go together. They do.
They go together very, very
well.
Like
cookies and cream.
Yeah, Michelle says, oh, these are so nice. And Jane says, both look fab.
Well, there you go. So either, if you've got lots of wax, use up your wax. If you want to get the kit and get your discount, then do. It's entirely up to you. I leave it up to you. But then you can add in whatever you want. If you want to pop your magnetic clasp on the inside, if you want to do an over the top one, if you've got any of those left, if you want to add on a handmade sign, maybe you want to pop it on the pocket there, or it's entirely up to you where and how you do these things.
It is a cracking price, you know.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
And when they're gone,
you're getting 1.5 meters of corduroy, you know, 0.5 meter of wax, and then a meter of like, come on. Yeah. It's a lot of fabric there for $29.99.
There is. When it's gone, it's gone. Right, tomorrow, okay, we'd said we'd do a sample sale, but I'm just looking at the weather, and I don't know if I want to be lugging samples in the rain. Leave it with me. I'm going to have a think.
If not, it'll come soon.
If not,
keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Okay. All right then, everybody. You take care. Have a lovely rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, no matter what. Thank you ever so much for joining us today. Just, you know, pick which one you like. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.